Listen, during the early hours of Saturday the 12th of March 2022, an individual in Old Christchurch Road, Bournemouth, was stabbed and subsequently died. Inquiries have established that you have been responsible and therefore you're arrested on suspicion of murder. I've got to caution you, you do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned something later on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence. The time is 00 and 11 hours. Your arrest is necessary to prevent any injury to yourself or others for the proper effective investigation of the offence.
In 2018, the deportation of this man, Somali national Yaqub Ahmed, collapsed when a group of holidaymakers at Heathrow mutinied and forced security guards to haul him off the plane. What those passengers didn't know was that Ahmed had been convicted and jailed for the horrific gang rape of a 16-year-old girl after a night out. Now, we can expose how Ahmed has remained in Britain for the last 5 years and, with the help of taxpayer-funded lawyers, repeatedly scuppered further attempts to deport him. Ahmed's case reveals, perhaps more starkly than any other, how foreign criminals defy government attempts to remove them.
Ahmed was finally deported in August, more than 16 years after his appalling crime, leaving British taxpayers with a legal and jail bill of up to £1 million.
He says they're separating him from his family. His family is here.
He started screaming blue murder. Eventually they had to take him off the plane.
The truth was revealed 5 days later in the Mail on Sunday.
The 29-year-old refugee had in fact been jailed for 9 years in 2008 for a vicious gang rape. He was one of 4 men who lured a young girl to a flat in Crouch End. They held her down and took turns brutally raping her.
For the next 5 years, Ahmed used every possible legal trick to avoid being deported. He pulled off his most audacious trick yet. 5 days before his deportation, on October 31st, this video mysteriously appeared online.
Lately we heard from the media in the UK that they are bringing back a bad man called Yaqub Ahmed. If any of those people are returned to East Africa, we will target them and kill them.
Posted on an obscure Facebook page, it supposedly showed ISIS fighters threatening to kill him, but it was nothing of the sort. In fact, the men shown in this video are believed to be associates of Ahmed, who, under his orders, dressed up as terrorists and recorded a fake death threat video in what appears to be a desert somewhere in Africa. The video appeared after the Mail on Sunday revealed how the then Home Secretary Priti Patel had met his victim and vowed to make his deportation a top priority. Ahmed claimed his cousin stumbled across it online. His legal team then used it to launch yet another appeal, arguing he was at real risk of being killed if he returned to Somalia. But shockingly, it took another 16 months before he was deported.
In order to secure his removal, the Home Office had to put in place a generous support package for when he arrived in Mogadishu. It included a 14-week stay here, the Peace Hotel, where all his accommodation and food bills were paid for by UK taxpayers. Taxpayers have also paid out for Ahmed to attend a mental health care clinic and for him to receive a month's supply of medication. Meanwhile, an armoured vehicle was laid on to take him from the airport to the hotel. For Hannah, the generous package exposes a legal system that prioritises the human rights of a rapist over those of his victim.